Hello everybody, welcome again to the Tekla Structure course. Now in this lecture we want to modeling the connection between of our frame element. Okay, so if we go to the software Tekla and if we go to right Control I, we need grid A. So we have the grid A or B or C. We hold on Control, then we press Tab. So here we have grid C, grid B, grid A. If we go to view and press on switch to 3D plane, we can have this view. Let's go to the grid 2 and press on switch to 3D plane. We have this view. So we need to draw the connection between this column and this beams, and this column and these beams, and another connection between beam and beam. Let's begin to draw the connection between column and beam. To do this, we can go to Edit, Components, Application and Components. The number of the connection between the columns and beam is 102. Eves Hanch. Okay, this is the connection between the columns and the beams. So we select it. Okay, and we go. The software tell us to pick the main part. The main part here between the columns and beam is the columns. So we click on the columns. Then the software tell us to pick the secondary part. Okay, the secondary part is the beams. So now the software put the connection between the columns and beams. Let's hold and control and press R. Hold and control and press R, and we put the center of rotation here. So we can show now this connection. Okay, this is the connection. This is the limit of the connection from the start to the end. Okay, so we can show the details of this connection. Now let's double click on this connection. We have this windows to change the properties of this connection. First of all, we remind that here in the software and this course we use Tekla software to draw and modeling only. We don't do analysis and design of the connection or structural element. So the size and dimension of the connection or the structural element, you must get them from the analysis or and design software like Robot Structural or ETABS or SAP or any other structural software. So, and we remind also that here if we less this windows or this case empty, the software automatically put the best numbers. Okay, so here if we can show this windows is the distance from here to here. We can put them 0 because we didn't have distance here, and the other windows are the size also here. If we can put 0, and the other here the empty distance between the connection and the columns. We didn't have here empty distance. The connection is directly on the columns, and the other number here are related to the design of the connection. So we let's put empty and the software put them automatically. Let's go to the part. The part is the thickness of the plate. Okay, also we less than empty it here the and also these windows are related to the design of the plate. Let's go to the parameter. Here are the parameter. We can show here the type of the connection. We can here put here above the columns a plate to tell that we have only this columns. This is the end of the column. So we select it, go here, and we press modify. We can show that here we have a plate that tell us that is the this column is the end columns. Okay, so we have add a plate above these columns, top of the columns. Here if we have a continue column, if we have column above this column, so we didn't have another column, so we select this type of connection. Okay, let's go to general. These are related to the design. Vertical rafter, here is the vertical rafter, and vertical hinge, this part of the connection. So vertical rafter related to this part. We can, for example, here precise the number of bolts. Let's, for example, we have bolt size. Okay, for example, let's put 4, and we can precise the distance between the bolts. So let's put, for example, 0.5. Modify. So here we have 4. Let's put 0.1. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put 6, for example. We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here we have 2, and here we have 0.3, for example. Okay, let's put this windows empty, and here we put 4. Modify. Okay, so these are also if we need to add some structural element to the bolts. Okay, this is according to what we need. Okay, affect and modify. We can also add this for the bolt. Okay, if we go to the hinge here, we can put, for example, we need 3, 0.2, modify, or we can put 4. Let's put 6. This part, (0.02). Here for the hinge here, let's put 0.05. Okay, for the hinge here, we have put the distance and the number of. Okay, here for the design and analysis we didn't need it, so we press modify, apply, and we press OK. Okay, so we have drawing the connection between the columns and the beams. Let's go and draw this connection for the second column and beam here. Can go to edit, components, application. Here the main part is the column, the second part is the beams. Okay, let's press here and Ctrl R. Here you can go, and we have the same properties that we have modify here. Okay, because we press apply. Okay, exactly, and here we have this plate above the columns. Now we want to draw the connection between beams and beams. Let's go to edit, first of view, switch 3D plane. We need connection between beams and beams, so we go to edit, components, application, and components. The number of connection between beams and beams is 106. This is the connection between beams and beams, so we select it, pick main part, first beam, second beams. Okay, so we get, hold R, we put the center of rotation here, and we can show this connection. The same thing, we can press double click on it and go to the properties of it. Can show the type volts, for example. Okay, here if we need to increase the number of volts or change the distance between same of the last connection, here related to design and analysis, so we didn't need to change anything. Let's go to the 3D view now. We want to go to here and select this connection, select this connection and this, then this, then we want to let's select 1, 2, 3, right click, copy, from here to here. Okay, to here, or we can use the copy linear. Okay, so we have copy all the connection that we have modeling to all the grid, our grid. Thank you for listening. We will continue on the next lecture.